Imagine the Earth 65 million years ago. The dinosaurs were on their last days on Earth when a giant asteroid plummeted into the Earth and destroyed most life forms on the planet. Now, we are back at the present day on a small island in the Caribbean where dinosaurs once again live, breathe, and reproduce at this safe haven. Dinosaur Island, I will be showing you the animals that live on this island, how they survive, and maybe show you some of the few animals that we'll be following on Dinosaur Island. In today's episode, we are out on the open plains. Right now, it is the dry season, and food on the island is very scarce for the dinosaurs, so they have spread across the entirety of the island trying to look for food in this vast region of the grasslands. Like, for example, these Brachiosaurs. Brachiosaurus are a species of herbivore known as a sauropod. Brachiosaurus is one of the tallest sauropods on the island with a neck length of up to 30 feet long. This group, like other dinosaurs, is migrating to the area where food is accessible to them. However, there are other animals that do stay in the plains all year round, despite the limited source of food. Like, for example, these Pachycephalosaurs, which are small herbivorous dinosaurs. These two males seem to be fighting for the right to eat food. Those big skulls of theirs are used as battering rams to fight for dominance or for breeding, like how you would see it in modern bighorn sheep today. Clearly, one of the males is losing in the standoff, badly beaten by the older male, or they're either practicing. But another animal that lives on the island, or can live in this area, is the Ankylosaurus. Ankylosaurus are armored-like dinosaurs with spikes all across their back and a club tail at the end, which is used to crush bones of any predators who dare to attack it. This one just seems to be foraging. Or he was just annoyed by the two fighting male Packies. But he scares them off. Well, here comes a herd of iguanodon. Iguanodon are a species of hadrosaur they're the only species of hadrosaur that can defend themselves using the big thumb spikes that they have on their forelegs. Well, with this herd, they seem to have very young animals in it. Quite big potential food source for any predators nearby. The lead iguanodon in the herd guards while he forages to make sure there's no danger. But what's this? He hears something in the brush. He turns to look, and he notices that actually it's one of the Packies. I think he's trying to get accepted into the herd. Or guess not, because of the young animals. However, we will not be following any of these animals today. Today we will be following a dinosaur, slowly dying as he's trying to find food for himself. This dinosaur is a Tyrannosaurus Rex, one of the top predators on the island. However, this one's only a teenager, so he still has a few more years until he grows to be 40 feet long and 12 foot high adult self. Typically, a Rex at his age would still be with his family, and his parents would do most of the hunting. However, he is alone, with no family to help him. His name is Mark, and now he has to find food all on his own. He checks out the herd of iguanodon, but there is no way he can move into a better positioning without scaring them. So you have to look for food elsewhere. Then, Mark finds a herd of Stegosauruses. Stegosaurus is a herbivorous dinosaur with large plates around his back and a spiked tail. However, not only is there a bull in the middle of the herd, but the youngsters in the group are too large for Mark to eat them. So, unfortunately, Mark once again has to move on. So Mark tries to find something to eat in the Triceratops herd. Now, not only is the herd led by at least one other adult, but is led by a huge lead cow. And they're guarding plenty of infants in this little group. Unfortunately for them, with big parents like that, they can lose a lot of infants very, very quickly. And Mark is lucky on this day that one baby Triceratops managed to slip away from the herd and is feasting on his own. So now, Mark has gotten the opportunity he has been waiting for, and he begins to strike. Success. He's managed to make a kill. However, a larger predator shows up to take his prize away. An Allosaurus. The Allosaurus is much bigger than Mark, and Mark has no way of defending the corpse. So instinctively, he runs for his life, knowing that another predator has taken his meal away. Nearby, two young Spinosauruses are feasting on a corpse of another dinosaur. Spinosaurs normally should be living in the savannas of the island. However, these two, in this case, live in all different kinds of environments other than the savanna. When they become adults, they'll move there. However, the two are unaware that another predator is watching them from the shadows. Mark. Mark has been watching them for a while now, and is finally considered scavenging. This is much more of an opportunity than he ever needs. Scare off the Spinosaurs, and he is surely going to get a meal. So then he rushes in, full on attack. The other Spinosaurus tries to get up top of the corpse to try and scare Mark away with his size. But Mark is not fooled by this and goes in for the attack. Mark is victorious. Finally, Mark now has enough food for him to eat, and he begins to feast. However, during his feasting, somebody else is watching him. Not a predator, but scavengers, like these pterodactylus. These are flying pterosaurs, and they're coming for him, for his food. One of them manages to fly in and try to get a piece of the food for Mark, but Mark is not having any of it. Tries to scare off the bird, but to no avail. But he makes a compromise. He takes one of the corpses of the Spinosaurus and drags it towards the main corpse, allowing the other pterodactylus to feed on the other Spinosaur corpse. Pterodactylus goes over to the other corpse and begins to feast, while he calls in the others to come in and join him. Next time on Dinosaur Island, we will be heading to the nearby waters of the plains, where we will meet a bull whose anger makes him a valuable leader in his herd.